violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And let's get into the video.
A sixth grader at Sherwood Middle School, and it is my opinion that this new law will be bad and people will be murdered.
Those are the words written by a 12-year-old boy from Orange Mound to the governor of Tennessee. Artemis Rayford's prediction came true. He was murdered on Christmas morning. Does that sound like something he'd write?
Yes, Artemis, it was.
Memphis police say a stray bullet took his life. A bright kid with a bright future.
And I have a lot of grandkids, but Sean was really the pack of the party.
And you know, shout out to this young man. He obviously his heart was in the right place, and he was truly trying to make a difference, and he had all the potential in the world to do so. But you know, he was wrong in the sense that it's not the fact that the law that makes the gun laws more lax is the reason why people are being shot and killed in Memphis. It's not that. Those gun laws give law-abiding citizens a fighting chance because the criminals are going to get the guns anyway. So it's unfortunate that he was killed by a stray bullet, but I would rather the ability to be able to defend myself, right, than to be caught lacking around these super gremlins on demon time.
He made the party.
Joyce Newson says her grandson, who she called Sean, was inside his home on Haynes Street playing with his Christmas presents when bullets shattered the peace. Newson says her grandson died in his mother's arms.
He got shot. The only thing he could do is run to his mama. It took her 2 days to wash the blood off her hands.
Artemis was laid to rest January 8th, but just days before his funeral, his family received this letter from his teacher, written by Artemis and addressed to Governor Bill Lee.
I read this letter over 2 and 3 times.
In the letter, Artemis tells Governor Lee he's in the Memphis Police Department's Gang Resistance Education and Training Program, a program dedicated to discouraging gang activity and violence among children. He says they were discussing the effects of the state's permitless handgun carry law.
Hold on. Why they got this white man holding his gun? Like, white folks are the ones doing majority of these shootings in Memphis. What are they doing, man? This is just crazy. We are living in some weird times.
Handgun carry law.
He wrote this letter, not even knowing that he was going to get killed by the gun.
Under the law, which went into effect July 1st, 2021, someone 21 and up and military members over the age of 18 are allowed to carry a weapon concealed or open without safety training or permit. But despite the law also increasing punishments for gun-related crimes, it's received intense criticism from law enforcement agencies.
A person just walking down the street that's not a call that we can answer, because we can't even question that person about the weapon according to this new law.
We're training our officers not to profile individuals, but know the elements of the law.
But we're always concerned about unintended consequences.
However, Governor Lee stands firm.
We can protect law enforcement, we can protect our citizens, and we can protect the Second Amendment all at the same time.
A lot of people thinking that I got a gun in my house, I'm safe, but that's not the case. Because most of the time with them, who's the one getting hurt? It's the innocent one.
And she's absolutely right. The majority of people getting hurt by the super gremlins are innocent people. But this type of stuff is only happening in one area of Memphis. That's what they're not saying. So the reason why this law was passed is to help the people who are on the outskirts, so that the super gremlins, they got their own thing going on. You know, they shooting each other, which we all know to be true. But they passed this law so that doesn't carry on to other areas around the city.
Innocent.
In 2021, the city of Memphis reached a record of 346 homicides. 31 of them were children. According to Le Bonheur Children's Hospital, 156 children were treated for gunshot wounds. And 2022 is already off to a rough start. Less than 3 weeks after Artemis's death, 2-year-old Charvez Atkins was shot and killed.
Yeah, I wish it was a dream, I wish it was where this never happened.
Newsom says she hopes her grandson's letter will inspire the change needed to finally bring an end to gun violence.
They think this gun is going to save them, but it's really not. It's got to be another solution besides using guns.
Lock these super gremlins up. That's the solution. There's no reason why a guy like Straight Drop should have been out of jail. And the judge simply said, hey, this is the corrections center, not the punishment center. You let him out after 5 months after he shot up a bowling alley. So you got to take that up with them, prosecutors and the judges.
Reporting in Orange Mound, Kwame Wilborn, WREG News Channel 3.
On a day that's supposed to be filled with love has turned into pain for a community.
Memphis ought to be ashamed of themselves.
12-year-old Artemis Rayford.
Woo, that is that a man or a woman? I can't tell.
Memphis ought to be ashamed of themselves.
12-year-old Artemis Rayford was shot and killed in this Orange Mound home around 2 o'clock Saturday morning, leaving neighbors heartbroken.
He won't come up the street. He won't go down the street no more. And like I said, he gonna be missed because out there I see him every day. And when you see kids like that, you don't see them no more. And how they done lost their life, it's sad, man.
Investigators are still trying to determine a motive for the shooting and locate a possible suspect. Regardless of the findings, Kenny Lee of Ride of Tears says there's no excuse.
This supposed to be Christmas morning. We're supposed to be loving on each other. And to sit up and not only shoot a child, but take the child's life, I'm mad as hell.
And speaking like this in Memphis, it can get you killed. Because these super gremlins don't take kindly to any criticism of their actions. Look at the comedian Demooney. Got killed for making jokes about the death of young Dolph. So speaking out against this type of stuff, it can really get you hurt. So shout out to this gender ambiguous person, because they speaking the truth.
I'm mad as hell. I mean, where do we go from here?
This week, Memphis surpassed last year's record of 332 homicides, and based on FBI crime statistics, was named the most dangerous city in the country.
People should have to be afraid to go to the gas station, to go to the grocery store, to even come outside their house.
Frank Gotti, is he with Yo Gotti? Frank Gotti, community activist. All right.
The activist Frank Gotti believes it's time for everyone to hold each other accountable for their actions.
Not everyone, just super gremlins. All we got to do is just hold the super gremlins accountable. That's pretty much it. But the black community doesn't like doing that. We don't like administering punishment amongst the Pookie and Ray Rays, the Thuggo in them. We just don't like doing it. That's why we uphold and uplift and glorify the no snitch, the street culture, these rappers. and all of the likes.
And put down the guns.
We got to come together and we got to stop this. It ain't going to be on the city council, the police director, the mayor. It's going to take us as a village to stand up for these kids. Somebody got to stand up for them.
Before another innocent life is taken, like Rayford, being a kid, playing video games.
And it's not nothing to really just look at say as a joke. It's not funny or not nothing. This is a child life. And this is a child I won't see no more.
Just 12 years old was a boy. Just 12 years old was murdered on Christmas Day. It wasn't until after that, though, that the family of Artemis Rayford learned about a letter that he wrote to the governor of Tennessee about crime and murder.
Sadly, we can no longer hear from him, but tonight his family shared the letter with WREG's Quimitra Wilburn.
I am a 6th grader at Sherwood Middle School, and it is my opinion that this new law will be bad and people will be murdered.
Those are the words written by a 12-year-old boy from Orange Mound to the governor of Tennessee.
And that boy, he was onto something, but I can almost guarantee you that the guys who shot up his crib, had no business having a firearm. Probably had multiple charges. They weren't even legally allowed to carry those firearms, most likely.
Artemis Rayford's prediction came true. He was murdered on Christmas morning.
Does that sound like something he'd write?
Yes, Artemis, it was.
Memphis police say a stray bullet took his life. A bright kid with a bright future.
And I have a lot of grandkids, but Sean was really the pack of the party. He made the party.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.